Who wants to talk some Star Wars, ladies and gentlemen? And not only Star Wars, Disney Star Wars, and not only Disney Star Wars, Disney Plus Star Wars, namely the Book of Boba Fett.
You out of your goddamn mind.
Monkeys, roll the footage.
Yeah, look, the giant chicken's Boba Fett.
Yeah, that works.
I like
all right,
it.
okay. All right, moving on.
Hey, what about Tulip?
It's rare to see these shill sites like Screen Rant, who's made so many faux pas, like asking for the recasting of Chala right after the actor died. There's been others along the way. Another big recent one slips my mind for some reason. But this is, they're kind of spot on here. Boba Fett is a killer. He's a bounty hunter. He's ruthless. And for Disney to have to redeem him, clean him up, make him a hero, give him this redemption arc, really goes against the fiber of everything that the character was. And it's weird to see all of these heroes becoming anti-heroes or, tragic villains or just villains because of circumstance. And it's funny because it's like, no, they don't have to accept any blame at that point for the evil they do. It was circumstances. It was the patriarchy. It was this. It was that. And it's because, and I hypothesize, the reason that we're seeing so many villain redemption stories or villains painted in a more flattering light and just, anti-heroes is because these creators don't know how to write a hero. And I say that because they're bad people themselves. So it's self-insertion a lot of the time. It's like, oh, well, I'm going to redeem this character because that's what I want for myself so I can live vicariously through this piece of art. And it's like, no. You're ruining a lot of things. And Boba Fett having this kind of story, to me, is absolutely ridiculous. But let's go through this article and we'll see what it says. Matthew James is published 23 hours ago. Boba becoming a hero for the Tusken Raiders might foreshadow a Boba Fett hero rebranding become another Disney Star Wars mistake. The Book of Boba Fett Episode 2 has highlighted that perhaps Boba Fett's hero rebranding is another Disney Star Wars mistake. For many viewers, the show is rectifying the past mistakes of the Star Wars media and shining light on Boba Fett's interesting and varied criminal life. With that being said, the events of the first two episodes may be foreshadowing a lackluster hero plotline revolving around yet another bad guy redeeming himself. And I've about had enough of that in recent times. I'm done seeing villains become, tragic heroes, anti-heroes, what have you, because the writers need that for themselves. Chronologically, Star Wars had left audiences on a Boba Fett cliffhanger in Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Ever since, he anticlimactically fell into the Sarlacc pit, leaving viewers wondering if and how he escaped. The Book of Boba Fett now not only confirmed the Sarlacc does keep its victims alive, but is also giving fans an all-new story about the most famous bounty hunter in the galaxy far, far away. The Book of Boba Fett has kept audiences up to date with the current political affairs of Boba assuming Jabba the Hutt's criminal empire, all while filling in the details that The Mandalorian didn't reveal, particularly his friendship with the Tusken Raiders. Is another big point of contention with this because the Tusken Raiders were always meant to be savages, and now we have to redeem them. And of course, we found out that the woman raider, which we didn't know she was a female raider, but we should have known because she was the one that was kicking the shit out of Boba Fett, was of course a female in the costume. It's frustrating to see the stupidity going to this. And this is nothing against a stunt woman. She's amazing. She actually was the best part of the role of Captain Marvel because she's the one that actually does everything. Bree just stands there and spits out lines looking wooden while this other woman does all the fighting, and she's amazing.
Is that like a personal attack or something? Or?
These people aren't, they're not redeemable. They're savages. Look what they did to Anakin's mother.
They're like animals, and I slaughtered them like animals. I hate them.
I know they're like, it's another tribe, but why? Why can't they just be bad? Sometimes people are just bad, and I know they're different, but I'm going to call them people. Sometimes let the Tusken Raiders be bad just for the sake of being bad. They don't fucking need to be redeemed. It doesn't make any sense. Fett's fraternizing with, and after the events of Episode 2, saving the Tusken tribe may pose an issue for the show's future. It certainly doesn't make for bad TV. In fact, it's perhaps the most interesting part of the show for the viewer, not only tackling the age-old questions of the fans, but presenting them in a fun and nostalgic spaghetti western fashion. However, while on the surface this doesn't sound too worrying, although Boba Fett isn't really a villain and never has been, the Book of Boba Fett might be making the mistake of making him into an overly heroic figure. The Clone Wars straddled the line with Boba almost perfectly, frequently showing his personal motivations, such as hunting Windu, but equally showing the growth and personal moral compass, remorseful of the deaths of his brothers and innocents, avoiding needless bloodshed. However, it isn't exactly hero criteria, especially in the world of bounty hunting. Forgetting this morally dubious aspect to his character is essential for the show's success. Star Wars has always thrived off its divide between good and bad, heroes and villains, and has thus far failed to capitalize on the more complex characters that shows such as Game of Thrones utilize so marvelously. With that being said, with other great characters such as Thrawn being key to Star Wars' future, now would be a perfect time to capitalize Boba's links to the criminal underworld and let fans fall in love with their favorite criminal. With much more ground for the show to cover, it seems that there will be more light shown on much more of the criminal underworld through the eyes of Tatooine's new daimyo. In other words, there's plenty more room to show the ruthless and morally gray side of Boba through his future encounters. After all, running a criminal empire isn't the most heroic of actions. In Boba's words, if he intends to shift from a doctrine of fear to one of respect, not one of criminality to legality, then Boba returning to the Tusken Raiders and playing their role of their hero needn't be a worry after all. Needless to say, Boba Fett is a fan favorite character, and there's a lot riding on the show, perhaps more so than with The Mandalorian. As much as it's Boba's job to prove himself to the criminal underworld, it's an opportunity for Disney, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni to prove their Star Wars credentials to the fans and do right by Fett. With 5 more episodes to go, there's still plenty of time to prove that Boba Fett hero rebranding is nothing more than an illusion, and that Disney has not made another mistake with Star Wars in the Book of Boba Fett. So I look at this as an opportunity. It is. I don't like the show thus far. It's had a few nice moments for me, but overall, I just think it's more of the same. I got yelled at by a Marxist tarot reading commie this morning in a group I'm in because I was talking about Solo and how bad it was. And he's like, what didn't you like about it? And I told him, and then I said, Kathleen had 80% of the movie reshot because she wasn't happy. Oh, you're one of those. And at that point, I'm like, I'm talking to an idiot. I'm literally talking to a complete idiot who is one of these people that just like, oh my God, it's Star Wars, nom, nom, nom. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I don't like the way it's coming across. I don't like what they're doing with the character. Like I said, not everybody needs to be a sympathetic anti-hero. Some people are just bad. The Tusken Raiders should be left bad. Boba Fett should be a morally great character, but lean more on the bad side of things. But that's just what I think, gang. I don't see the point in Disney making all of these characters. It's not just Disney. There's a lot of properties now. I mean, look at even over on the DC side with Harley Quinn. You know, they want to make her the sympathetic anti-hero. Leaving Boba Fett morally gray, but leaning more on his bad side. You know, and like they said in the Clone Wars, they walk the fine line with that. But I still prefer to see my baddies be bad and not, oh, well, they're just misunderstood. Or, you know, no, they're just situationally bad. No, that's not how this works. That's not how any of this works in reality, ladies and gentlemen. There are just people who are just bad for the sake of being bad, and I believe Boba Fett's one of those. He's got a lot to get revenge for, and he uses every mean in his necessary to do it, and that's why we need to have him just be a villain, because he's much cooler as a villain. That's it. I'm done. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments section below, or as illustrated here, you can leave your comment. And remember, when you leave a comment, be sure share the video. We appreciate that. That helps us reach new audiences, get our product in front of new eyes. We can't ask for more than that, can we? Maybe you could do me one more favor and just slap that like button for me. Smack it, flip it, rub it down, whatever you prefer. Just hit the like button. And if today's the day that I have earned it, folks, if you are so inclined to do so for me, press that red subscribe button. Make sure you also ding the bell for notifications so you know whenever we go live and upload a new video like this or one of our 2 scheduled weekly live streams, 8:35 Eastern. That's tonight. Join me, Tony, Vinny, and Red Gaze for Going in Raw, episode 185. Then, for Wednesday night, 9 p.m., Going Rogue, me and Tony, ToneDef, our Rogue Entertainment show right here on the channel. But until then, if I don't see you, have a great day, a pleasant tomorrow. I'll catch you on the next one. And remember,
it's better to burn